Welcome everyone to another episode of Markup Monday, episode 15. I'm Ryan Small, founder of Epic Analysis, and on Mondays I like to just give my overall analysis on potential setups that I'll look to trade for this current week. So right now I like to give an overall base of the dollar index because the USD is one of the most favorable traded pairs. So right now we're in a critical area, plus because today is the last day of the monthly candle. Today's November 30th. Tomorrow will be December 1st. So a new monthly candle is also going to close, and we're also entering the last month of 2020. So we're going to have multiple holidays coming up. The third, fourth week of December, heading into January. So a lot of volatility is going to be coming in, and then also in January we have uh, possible Biden going into office. So look out for that. So just looking at the overall dollar index right now, you can clearly see that price broke out of a critical region and broke below the 92 support and came down towards 91.50 and rejected. Okay, so because we have this break and we have to understand everything that's going on within the economy, we can't hold this break with I wouldn't call this break an actual break, and I would need to see a little bit more because this could be a false break right here because of how the overall structure is looking. So I would just need more confirmation to see if this break is going to be validated. So now, when I come to the daily time frame and just look at the overall price action, you can clearly see price moving within like a wedge. So if I were to draw a trend line at the bottom to here, you can clearly see that price push down and we may get a rejection back up. So now overall, it may just be a retracement to go lower, but it just may not be ready to drop all the way. So I would need to see the market overall push back above 92, push back above 92 resistance really. And then from there, I would need to see the price break back above the trend line. If we can't do that, then it would be a breakout retest to the downside. So if we reject off this region right here and the market pushes back up above 92, let's say retest is once it pushes up to this region right here, this is going to be a critical region. So now we're going to need to see if the market has enough bullish momentum to break above this region, hold, and go higher. At that point, breaking above 93 resistance, then we would know that the overall structure is possibly going to go bullish. Okay, so but now, if within this region the market pushed up and then it came to this region, fake breakout, and then overall ended up dropping back lower, this may just be a breakout retest to potentially go lower. So those are the two scenarios that's going to happen with the overall dollar index as of right now. And then for one more scenario, if we do not get the break back above 92 hold and we get this overall price pushing back up here, then overall we're still going to remain bearish and just wait for the retracements to go lower. Because if the market can't even break above 92, like back above what is this 92.25, 92.25 region, if it can't even break above that, then the momentum's not even. It doesn't even have enough bullish momentum to push price up. So then we would know that the overall momentum from this drop from 93 resistance is still valid, and we would just look at it for a retracement to possibly go lower. But now, if we, like I said, get that break above 92, that's when we're going to actually start watching and seeing if the dollar can hold above that region. If so, we're possibly going to push up to 92.50. From there, we're going to have to reevaluate if the market has enough bullish pressure to break above and hold to go higher, or if it's going to reject and overall push back down to the downside. All right. Um, AUDUSD. Let me delete some of this. Okay, so even AUDUSD should be like that. Yep. So we pushed up to this critical level, critical supply level around 0.74 resistance. You can clearly, actually, I'll probably draw a zone there instead. Yeah, so like around this zone, So really, if we can't break above this resistance, more than likely we're going to see the market push to the downside, and that would also favor bullish USD strength if you were to get that. But overall, this momentum is bullish. So, like I told somebody earlier, I would need to see some type of bullish, some type of like bullish reversal. So just because we get this rejection right here, that wouldn't be enough for me because overall we're still bullish. I would need to see the market break back below 73, retest, and possibly start to shoot down like that. Then you can start to see the signs of the momentum start to shift. So here we got the rejection possibly. So I would need to see candle close below this support first, break back, break below that support. If we push back up, I would need to see this resistance overall hold, price not breaking back above that. And then from there, I would need to see the market break below 0.725. If we could get something like that, selling it at this point would be a good opportunity to catch 50 to 100 pips possibly. I mean, even now, oh, well, not now, but a little earlier, had a better risk reward because price respected 0.74. So even where it's at now, you could put your stop loss 60 pips to the upside. It'll be above this high, and then try to rape in the benefits down here. But it'll be a little risky because the trend is still bullish. But overall, it's looking like we may get a slight rejection, slight correction on dollar pairs. But looking at this on a monthly, you see strong bullish price action, slight retracement, and then bullish engulfing candle. So the overall trend on the monthly even still looks bullish. So if I do get a retracement, I'm just going to treat it as price making a correction to possibly go higher unless we start to break structure and break below the 0.725, the 0.72, push back up, hold that resistance, and then, we can start to see the market possibly shift on the intradays on the 4 hours and the 2 hours and stuff like that. All right, USDJPY. So UJ has been moving pretty bearish, but it's looking like it has potential to go bullish. You could draw a trend line here to here. You see rejection. Price just pushed down here, rejected. Um, Let me see. Let me delete that. So if I delete that fib, and let's say I drew a fib from this low to the high. This low to the high, price pushed down, 78.6 retracement on the daily time frame. That's 4 days. It rested at the 78.6. Second trend line hit, bullish engulfing to the upside. Price pushes back down, hit the 72. Third hit to the trend line, and then now we're getting a bullish hammer type candle. But the candle hasn't closed yet, but it's looking like it may form in a bullish hammer. And it's overall looking like if we, like I said, if we hold above, of course, above that, and overall above the trend line, then we're going to see more than likely is push up and retest at 104.5 and possibly 105 up to the trend line. We break above the trend line, then of course we're coming to meet these highs, but we possibly come up to this 106 and negative 24 TP. So yeah, right now I'm more so bullish on USDJPY also. All right, gold. So gold, it already dropped pretty bearish and came down to a critical region already. Let me see. Hold on. Look at this on a higher time frame. You can see the market. It was moving in an uptrend and then it pushed all the way down. And even on the weekly, it came down to the 50 EMA and reached this critical region right here. So honestly, like my intuition is telling me gold has potential to go high. So this could have just been the deep retracement before we get ready to go to a bull trend. Because if you just look across the chart, how all the pairs, as far as like the things hedging the dollar, all went bullish. As far as cryptos, the dollar index went weak. Euro USD went high. US 30, stock market, all everything like that went high. So right now, because gold already made its retracement, um, if we hold above this 1765, 1760 region, then overall we may see gold reach back towards 1800. If we break above 1800, then overall we could push back up towards this previous support region. Right? It came down there and retested that perfectly. So really, I'm going to see if price can come back up and reach 1800. That's where it's looking like. So right now on the 4 hour, you can clearly see price finding this support right here. And it's looking like from there, the market is starting to push it upside, get a break above this region right here, then more than likely we hitting this 1800. And even from where it's at right now to 1800, that's 200 pips. All right, did I go over Euro USD? All right. So Euro USD is similar to the AUDUSD and other dollar pairs. We pushed up to this critical region at this supply zone, and right now we're looking like we're going to get a rejection. But overall, the momentum is still bullish. So if we do get a rejection, I'm just looking at it for a slight retracement to possibly go higher, unless, like I said, we start breaking structure to the downside and price. So price will need to overall break below, of course, 1.19, but really below this 1.18 region and hold below that in order for the overall momentum to possibly shift. But even from, from this price is at like 1.195, so you could even catch price coming down to 1.185. So even if price push down here, it could still push back up to the upside. Or this is where we possibly get that break, retest, and push down to the downside. But even where price is at right now towards this region right here is 100 pips. And you would only be risking 50, 60 pips if you were to look for the sell. But, you would be selling against the trend, but it's looking like we may get a slight correction because this is a strong resistance, strong supply zone. It eventually may get broken, but it looks like it may, we may get some type of relief before that opportunity presents itself if it does. All right, GBPJPY. So yeah, I've been bullish on this pair for a while, especially after this bullish engulfing broke above this resistance, came down, retested it perfectly, pushed to the upside. We didn't get a higher high right here, so the market pushed down, hit the 38.2. I honestly expected it to come down a little bit lower, but I said if price could not break below 1.385, then overall we're going to push to the upside. So that was a critical region, and price pushed down to that level earlier today and rejected. So if we stay above that region, then more than likely we're going to get price to push back up to this 1.40 and possibly 1.405. All right, it looks pretty, the structure looks pretty simple. Negative 24 comes in around 141, 141.5. So um, if we break above this 140, then I would expect this uh, negative 24 to get reached, and that would be at least 100 pips to the upside. Even from the 0% to the negative 24 is like 100 pips away. 121. All right, so Let me just make sure. Even weekly looks pretty bullish. We had a last spike. It looked like it's about to come revisit these highs. As of right now, it does. So yeah, I'm still bullish on this pair unless we get that break below 138.5. All right, GBPAUD. So this pair is a little tricky on the weekly. It looks bullish because we just had structure push to the upside, reach 185. The market dropped back down, found support perfectly at this level, and then now we look like we're about to get a rejection. But now when you come down to the daily time frame or the 4 hour time frame, excuse me, this is what you're gonna have to watch is we may have the market head and shoulders breakout. This could be the retest to go lower. So really I would need to see the market break. I mean, we have a slight resistance right here, but this resistance isn't necessarily that important. I would say more so this resistance over here, this 182 resistance is going to be more so important. So if the market could break above this 182 resistance, it would invalidate this overall structure, and then I would be bullish based off the daily and the weekly time frame. But now if we cannot break above 182, then I would just look at this as a breakout retest to possibly go lower. And even on the daily time frame, you can clearly see the market found resistance, dropped, tried to come down, but every time it tried to come down, it made a triple bottom down here and it failed to break. So, like I said, if we cannot break above this resistance, then overall we're going to eventually roll over and break these lows, possibly retest and head over to the downside. But now, like I said, because we have this strong demand zone, triple bottom here, we also had price get rejected within this region too. So if we reject that and the market breaks above 182, might get a retest, and then the market may come revisit these highs to here to the left. And overall, my bias is more so bullish because of the weekly time frame. It's just with pairs like that, you kind of just need to take it day by day because this region where it's at is critical. It could just spike and then start going bearish, and then I'm like, okay, I clearly see the breakout retest. But as of right now, it's rejected from this region, so I'm just gonna watch how it reacts around here, right here. If we get a break above 182, then I'm bullish. I'm more so bullish, and if we cannot break above that, then I may switch to a bearish bias. All right, EURJPY, another pair I called out. So yeah, strong bullish engulfing. I knew this was the retracement, um, just so we could follow along. So the first fib was what from this low to the high, pretty much 61.8 retracement rejection led to the uptrend. So to the 4 hour real quick. So this was the last fib that I had drawn from this retracement, was from this low to this high like this. Price pushed down 38.2 retracement, boom, hit negative 24, hit the 125 resistance region. That was the overall region where I wanted the market to hit. It still hasn't made new highs yet from the overall fib, but this was a pretty good move, even from this support down here, 123. That's 200 pips to the upside, and wasn't really no bear candle, so a straight bull trend. Let me delete some of this. So now, yeah, the market looking like because it hit that resistance, we may see the market push down before we either start breaking lower, it's because we may need to make a deeper retracement, or the market continues the uptrend. As of now, I'm not really looking for sales against EURJPY. Looking at it on a weekly time frame, you possibly could have drew a trend line that just got broken out of. Possibly, let me see. Oh, that's why. Why can I find it? This fib. Okay, so yeah, yeah, so price is looking like it's trying to break out of this trend line, and then if we do and we break above 125, the market could reach all the way back up to the upside based off the weekly. So this is a critical region. This is where if the market stays above this region, we're going to continue bullish, but we could possibly see the market give us a slight pullback before going higher. All right, Euro NZD. So yeah, this pair was pretty bearish, but we hit this region where the market started to squeeze. Even five. Okay, it started to squeeze. Come to the 4 hour. You can kind of see it a little bit better. You can see how the market first pushed down to this support here, led to a push, hit the trend line, came back down to the same support, pushed up, failed to hit the trend line, pushed back down to the same support, pushed up, hit the trend line, pushed back down, hit the support, broke above the trend line. After it broke above the trend line, price pushed down and retested the trend line. So now, overall, if we stay above this support, we're going to look for Euro NZD to push to the upside. Simple as that. Stop loss could go below 1.696, 1.695. Delete some of this. All right. Daily time frame, looking at the structure, price could reach 1.72 and possibly 1.73, 1.74 resistance before we start to see the continuation come back in, because overall this was just a break below 1.74. The market dropped all the way down, pushed down, lost momentum, started to squeeze, and this is where we could start to see the correction happen. So I could expect at least 100, 200 pips possibly if we start to see bullish momentum kick in on this pair. Euro AUD, similar thing, price pushed down to a key demand zone, respected here once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So yeah, overall, it's pretty simple. If you can't reject, if you can't break below that, then overall the market is going to push back up to the upside. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. All right. Let me see. I don't know why I can't get to the thing anymore, but that was the last pair anyway. So yeah, Euro NZD. Oh no, Euro all was the last pair. Okay, yeah, I just went over this. Okay, yeah. So overall, I need to see Euro all break above 1.625. I expect it to reach 1.63, and then if we could break above this region right here, then overall we could see the market possibly push up another 100 to 200 pips to the upside. But yeah, I see the market for sure retesting this region anywhere between 1.63 to 1.635. All right, so this was another episode of Markup Monday, episode 15. Hopefully this video helps. And if you guys have any questions, message me on Instagram at Winning with Ryan or send me a message in the chat. All right, let's have a good trading week and happy holidays.